Live from the Dunkin Latte Lounge.
Welcome to the Dunkin Latte Lounge. My name is Garrett from Elvis Duran and the Z100 Morning Show. Glad you could join us. I am super excited today. Jersey's own AK is joining us right now in the Dunkin Lounge. What up, AK?
What's going on, brother?
All right, AK, you have something that a lot of people would love to have, like millions upon millions of subscribers on YouTube. How did that all happen?
So when I was 16, I put a video out on YouTube and I titled it 16-Year-Old Kills Panda Remix. So I had done that remix a few months prior, and then my best friend Mike was like, dude, you got to put that video on YouTube. Like, you got to like try to go to like another platform, like also be pushing it somewhere else. So I got in front of the camera for the first time, and it was definitely an adjustment, but like I ended up putting the video together. Me and my brother edited it on like Windows Movie Player.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like we didn't even know how to export it in HD. So like the video on YouTube is like 240.
Wow.
I put the video out still, and it sat on YouTube for like 6 months. Didn't really do much. And then in November of my senior year, I put it out in the summer going into my senior year of high school. Then November of my senior year that year, it just started like slowly climbing up. And then like I woke up one day, it was 1,000 views, and then the next day it was 10,000, next day it was 100,000, and by the end of the week it was at 1 million. And I was just like, I had this momentum, and like people were subscribing, and like people were starting to like talk and follow me on Instagram and all that. So like I kind of knew that something was happening here, so I just tried to continue that growth.
So you put the video out there on YouTube, and then it kind of just sat there for a little while. Then all of a sudden, the snowball effect, and boom.
Yeah, I would put something out. I would continue releases for like 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I would put a video out. And then eventually I found my management, and then every other piece of the team has followed since then. So like, it's been a crazy journey so far.
So I would say the algorithm kind of played in your favor.
Yeah, straight up. I still to this
Wow.
day don't even know like if it was somebody that shared it, or like if it was like Facebook that made it pop first. I still have no idea.
So after that first video, you see that the numbers start to grow. Do you feel the pressure of, I need more content, I need to keep on doing stuff?
Yeah, well, I mean, especially in the beginning, because I was still in high school and stuff. So like I was putting one song a month on SoundCloud. Like that was like that was like my goal every month was at least one song on SoundCloud. Because I also wasn't really that well, like I wasn't really that good at like the mixing and stuff. I was doing everything on Audacity. And then when the videos views started going up, I was just like, all right, like I need to up the output. And then that's when I was like, 2 weeks is like, for me at the time, that was like, oh my God, like this is a lot. But like now it's different. So like it was definitely pressure in the beginning, but as I've grown and like got more into it, like it's become easier.
Now, AK, the cool thing about your music is you connect with people, and especially now too with Silence is Violence. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's kind of me. I even say in the song, like seeing everything that's going on, like on Twitter, and I just have always wanted to say something, and I was kind of nervous because I was nervous of how people would react to the way I feel about it, and like speaking against it, and like why things like this are happening to people. But it got to a point where I was just like, it's not about me. Like there's obviously, like I want to be speaking on what's happening to other people. Like there's other people that are suffering. Why am I not going to speak on it? Because I'm worried about what people are going to say to me about it. So I kind of just threw all that out the window and went with it, wrote a song about it, and just tried to do my best to just explain that we're all just equal people. Like in the grand scheme, like we are all here on this earth, and like we're not going anywhere. Like why not just live here with love than hate and being divided and all that? Like why would we want that as people?
Exactly. Now let's jump into the reason why we're here in the Dunkin' Latte Lounge. Let's jump into some music right now. This is AK.
Yeah. Think about where all your inspiration comes from. Is he from your generation? If he's not, I'm sure you probably hate it. But ask yourself, would you have even made it if it wasn't for him and everybody else before him and before him and before him? Cause you would never make it if it wasn't for him and those before him and before him and before him. I'm not the next M, but everybody telling me that I'm the next him. But understand there will never be a next M. You'll probably twist my words and say I don't respect him. I always preach to keep it real, so I'm about to now. M did not influence me, cause I was not allowed to listen to him. My parents said I was just a child. I wondered why, and I look back and I got it now. My young mind back then probably wasn't ready to hear the shit that he talked about. They said he was too edgy, I couldn't listen to anything. Younger me, he was begging, I couldn't wait to hear the song about his mama's spaghetti. His influence on me was indirect, cause I was listening to Hops and I was obsessed. I come to find he was the same way when it came to M. That's when it hit me, this culture's a family tree, and this shit affects the whole game from the beginning till I'm hitting old age. Cause even after when I'm gone, kids come up with more flames and artists feed the industry with songs that bringing more rage. Cause they just hate the fact the era of sound's evolving. But where would they be if it wasn't for him and everybody else before him and before him and before him? Cause you would never make it if it wasn't for him and those before him and before him and before him. Once Cole became my idol, I was looking for his. Found out Nas was the reason that he did what he did. So I was looking up his classics, trying to find all his hits to see what spoke to Cole so I can grow. He know I was a kid. Illmatic, still classic, I feel that. Even though it dropped 5 years before the world had me, was blessing the next king of this real rap. I don't hate the new generation, no, I love it. Let's make that clear happen. I got it off of my chest, now the truth is out. Look, already I can see all the fans that I'm losing now. Just because I fuck with Pump Roddy Rich and Lil Uzi sound. If you don't like it, then don't listen. It's simple, I'm cruising around in the Civic, just wondering on how it'd be if they listen. They see that they got it twisted, and all these kids they've been dissing. All this time have been gifted, I'm just minding my business. I'm blind to the situation, I plead the fifth. The old must respect the new must respect the old. If you were young and coming up, but you've been hating on what's old, do your homework, learn the game, watch the way this shit's evolve. Without the old, your biggest idol, you would never even know. If it wasn't for him and everybody else before him and before him and before him. Cause you would never make it if it wasn't for him and those before him and before him and before him. Let loose. I feed off power, don't make me lose it. Spent like 3-4 hours trying to produce this. And we spark flower and attempt to loosen the tension that we pretend ain't there, but boy, it's a nuisance. Sometimes we forget the power we possess, rely on everything but ourselves to reach success. That's when shit goes down, the mirror's our biggest threat, but at the same time, our strongest weapon if we feed the clip. And I don't get it, why the fuck you not doing the ammunition infinity, but you just ain't into it, worry about losing. And if you do, you'll come back a new edition with the mission of never giving in again. You're the difference, I'm living proof, I don't mean to do all this preach. I feel bad if I didn't make use of the reach shit I've acquired to inspire, cause I know there's a reason I was chosen. Gotta open up my life to who needs it. Reality distorted, that's what the hype do. Pressure different when you realize that they tryna be like you. Time freezes like the piece that's on a wrist full of ice. When you come to terms with the impact, you in the mic move with it's true shit. Cause when you lose is when you win. The proof is when you step back and digest the shit you didn't use it, only to see what you need to improve. But you've been so caught up trying to pass somebody who isn't even the threat. So take a breath and relax, don't blame yourself. Take the lesson cause that's what matters. Train yourself to keep pushing cause at the end at least you're back against the wall, not the floor or the casket. Sometimes we forget the power we possess, or drive the hustle gets devoured when we in our heads. Some time passes and then we shout and regret cause we ain't pull a trigger, then we cowards when we sit and reflect on the past. Before I passed it, some things I've been through, it hurt, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, really, could you imagine who you'd be today if you ain't walked around with no baggage? If you say you ain't got any, you bored. That's a red flag, homie, you matadoring it. Here to make a big splash, so I dove in and gave this shit my all till I had the money pouring in. The safe full of salad dressing, only blue cheese. Can't wait the day I treat the Wraith like a houdini. see, it's me, no surprise. Told you ain't nobody got it like I do. No surprise when I see they tryna bite. Talking now you climbing heights. I see what you tryna hide. All the strings attached, so you flying, but you just a kite. You got a ceiling, they ain't letting you pass. Folk beef, I'm just teaching all of those who don't have the insight that I do from the place where I'm at. Cause I've been watching you fake. It got me feeling bad for anybody that fucks with you. But my time ticking, so most of the time about mine. But I'm on my business. But look, my eyes catching out your disguised images that are mask. You ain't nothing but a frontline bitch. Oops. You fading out, you hate me now. It's amazing how you chase the cloud and you pay it now. Hey, it's over like that. If that's your motive, should've known you probably might crash. World is colder than my shoulder to you. I can't feel bad if you mad on me. Fight back, fuck around. Got a copy, know you wanna be everybody, but the one that you be calling me. Get it poppin', quit the gossip, you fucking up with me. Ain't no stopping. You think I trust you? Not are you funny? Hey. Silence is violence. Yeah. I need a second to reflect on what I'm seeing in the news. I see weapons intercepting thoughts of people wearing blue. Clearly not though. Hatred in their faces premeditated. We got phones recording moments proving some law enforcers. I say some, not every cop abusing power, but look from outer perspectives. I'm biased and think about it. The way it looks is more corruption and rebuilding. So much killing got me filling up with feelings. I'm picking ceiling cause I'm afraid to say it wrong. But this ain't about me. This about the people they got laying down, pleading, begging to breathe, pressing their knees against their necks. Even the devil sees this and contemplates therapy. Yes, that's why they see marching in these streets, screaming names of all the people that's now wrongfully deceased. That should never be this common at the arms of the police. All lives matter, all your arguments are weak. Tell me how you would feel if you got pulled over and missed a 12. Gets up out his car, you approaching and screaming loud. Roll the fucking windows down. If you don't, then you know it's you keep your side mirror. He closing guns already out. What to do? I don't have any clue. Never had to fear the man that wears a badge to shoot. Shit is sad, but it's true. We need compassion. We do no more victims. Let the past be the last thing we have to. I just wanna get away from the past. Thinking about a life where the hate don't last. Feel like people scared of moving forward, so attached to what they know is wrong, and some of them still get a badge. I don't wanna say it more. I know that be wrong. Feel like this been going on for way too long. Of course we gon' be fired up. We tired up seeing people have to fight for help. We've got enough, ooh yeah. Silent, don't be silent. If you are, you just as violent. They can try to keep us quiet. They can't hide from the one that's highest. Let me tell you what happened to me last night. I was with a few homies that had a drink around 9. At 11:30, I was trying to sleep. Said bye to the guys and their parents. I'm sober so I could drive in the whip now. Headed home, bumping Unreleased. Good vibes on the highway, I'm feeling free. Then boom, see the lights red and blue all over me. Something ain't right, but I pull off and now he creeping. He at my window, shining the light up in my face. Had aggression in his tone before I even said a thing. He said, where you coming from? And tell me how much did you drink? I told the truth, I said a beer out of solo cup from him. And he said, shit, exit the vehicle and let's talk. I complied and now I'm sitting on the hood of my car. Young dude, probably trying to make a name as a cop. I understand the game, but I couldn't believe this at all. He takes a pen out his pocket and told me, look at the cat. Austin, don't take your eyes off it. I'm talking to me in my head. He started moving and I'm glued to it. I know that I passed. He puts the pen away and said, I want you to take a few steps. Go heel to toe, count them out. 9 forward and back. This on 287, so there's trucks and shit flying past it. 9 flawless, so I turn around and do 9 back. I see my car is behind it, now 7 more behind his. Now I got all these pigs around me. Felt like I was on a farm. Shoulders back and chest out. I could tell they trying to look strong. One comes over, turns me around after grabbing my arm, slaps the cuffs and does a search and finds nothing because they left me in cuffs, even though I did nothing. Now he walks me to his car and I'm like, nah, bro. A little shaky in my legs. I was nervous, I ain't faking. Started reading my Miranda's like, you under arrest for DWI. He said, son, don't make me have to say it twice. Then it hit me. At this point, I ain't even been breathalyzed. I'm in the car and he start driving, bumping M the whole ride. He was blasting it. Pull up to the station and I'm mad as shit. What's happening? Brings me to my cell and then he slammed the shit. My anger is through the fucking roof, my dude. Imagine if you sober and get pulled over and this is where it lands you at. Talking to me through the cell, pressing me to... I miss it more than I did, but the truth they wasn't having it. Want me to admit shit I ain't did cause they harassing me. In 2 hours, the breathalyzer set up and they deep breath of fresh air, I exhale and waited. The results are printed, he stands there and reads it. He mad, I can't wait, cause he has to say it. 0.00, just what I've been saying, I told you. Now I'm free to go to homie Jordy pick me up. I'm on my way home and now my mind is going nuts. Moment to reflect, my thoughts too raw to openly discuss. But what I ask myself is valid though, so let me open up. What if I was black? What would've went differently? Tears, I'm holding them back. Cause I done told the cops the truth from the jump and they still harass. But then I think of all the videos I seen and now I have a first-hand experience that they would probably see and laugh. What they go through day to day is not comparable what happened to me. And it's evident, it's true. We all got access to see the Twitter videos. They never show an actual. Hug the ones you love, express it while you can. Know that no one is above, we all humans at the end. Different backgrounds is a blessing, teach each other what we can. If you listen and I love you and forever I'll be here. I just wanna get away from the past. Thinking about a life where the hate don't last. Feel like people scared of moving forward, so attached to what they know is wrong, and some of them still get them. I don't wanna say more, I know that be wrong. Feel like this been going on for way too long. Of course we gon' be fired up, we tired of seeing people have to fight for help. We've got enough, oh yeah. Silent, don't be silent. If you are, you just as violent. They can try to keep us quiet. They can't hide from the one that's highest, no.
That is AK right there in the Dunkin Latte Lounge. Now, I started thinking, especially as you've gotten popular and popular online, are you the real AK or just AK?
Just AK. I'm the real AK. That's YouTube, Instagram, everything. TikTok is the only _ AK.
Now, before we let you go, one of the favorite questions we ask here in the Dunkin Latte Lounge, too, is if you could have a Dunkin Latte with anyone living, deceased, doesn't even have to be anyone alive, like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Like, I was about to hit you with, like, J. Cole or Post Malone, but, like, now
It doesn't have to be anybody, really.
Honestly, nah. Let's do 4 people, and I want, like you said, like, I want SpongeBob and Patrick.
All right, picking 4 people. Normally, artists just pick 1 or 2, but 4 people, one of the first. So thank you, AK, for hanging with us in the Dunkin Latte Lounge. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, DunkinLatteLounge.com and hit the hashtag Dunkin Latte Lounge. We appreciate you watching.
Live from the Dunkin Latte Lounge.